One of the unique things about our province is that there's communities every 8 miles along most highways. For people to continue to compete with one another isn't sustainable.
There's a lot of things that you can get accomplished by cooperating with your neighbors as opposed to trying to do stuff on your own.
The legislation changed so that each community had to have an official community plan. And since each small community can't afford to hunt on their own, the Arm of Nipawin decided to bring everyone together.
It's really something that we have to do in order to make sure that we survive in the long run and that we can attract people to our communities.
Twin Lakes Community Planning Association is a group of 9 municipalities that have come together to do joint planning. The Town of Carrot River, Town of Choiceland, Town of Nipawin, Village of Codette, Village of White Fox, Resort Village of Tobin Lake, the Arm of Moose Range, the Arm of Torch River, and the Arm of Nipawin.
When we structured Twin Lakes, the idea was that all the partners would be equal and respectful of each other's needs and each other's history.
Every vote at that table is one vote. Financial contributions are based on a per capita basis, but the decisions are all based on a single vote. Every partner is equal.
They've learned to trust each other and respect each other and build relationships between each municipality.
Each community has to have their own identity. Twin Lakes Community Planning Association allows us to work collectively to be individuals. It was an opportunity to maybe help reduce the costs in developing an official community plan, which every municipality in Saskatchewan would have to have. It's going to set the groundwork of how municipalities will get development, how they will do zoning, how they'll do bylaw development.
Our zoning bylaws are quite dated, so this is a big advantage to end up with updated zoning bylaws.
The advantage of having a rule book that's going to be similar to all the municipal bodies and communities makes it easier for industry to come in. If what they're doing is overlapping 2 or 3 municipal areas, and that could very easily happen. They know they're not going to have to try and abide by one rule for this area and another rule for another area. They can just set up one plan.
Instead of trying to pick through each one and say, okay, well, it's advantageous for me to build in this community because of this and this, but disadvantageous because of this. When you come up here, then it should be an even playing field right across the board.
I think that people are going to be impressed by what they see. It'll look organized, clean. They'll see the cooperative spirit, and they'll feel more comfortable in investing their dollars.
A lot of the legislated requirements for municipalities are very difficult for small villages and small RMs to be able to provide to their ratepayers on their own.
This is all brand new to us. One of the reasons why we're working collectively together is because we couldn't afford to do it on our own.
Gas tax funding will allow the Village of Codette to participate in the development of the official community plan. To achieve that would have been very difficult for Codette without the funding assistance.
It has been beneficial to work together, not only for the official community plan, but they've also done other regional projects together.
Being involved as a larger group and having some clout or say when you're approaching any government bodies or any dealerships. One of the things that we've done jointly is try to set something up that we can go and purchase equipment on a mass basis, hoping to get bigger discounts.
It gives economy of scale to the municipalities.
We as a larger group can buy at a savings. Working together really has a benefit to the average common taxpayer.
We all have common issues and common problems, so there's a lot of areas where we look forward to being able to find solutions and work together.
Whether it be equipment, whether it be supplies, renting equipment from one another, fire protection, landfill, water, on and on and on. It's more economical and more efficient for people to work together.
One of the examples that was an immediate benefit for the beautiful resort village of Tobin Lake. They needed a couple of culverts. It was going to cost them almost $1,000 to have these culverts shipped up to their community. One of the RMs said, well, we've got a whole inventory of these types of culverts. We'll sell you 2, and we'll just order a couple more when we do our order in the spring.
The goal for this region, I would say, is growth. More people coming in and staying here, and to build upon the things that we already have going for us.
We don't care where the growth occurs. We'll all be benefactors of it.
People feel good about where we're going. The growth is something that is going to be in place for decades ahead, so we should plan for that.
There are too many times when organizations have a strategic plan, it sits on the shelf collecting dust. The Twin Lakes Community Planning Association has committed itself to make sure that that doesn't happen.
This is definitely going to be a living document.
The plan will be reviewed, it'll be amended, it'll be reworked, it'll be ongoing, and there will not be an end to it.
There will be other municipalities that will see the benefit of it.
Clustering is become looked on very favorably across Canada with municipalities. It's a way to get away from these ugly words of amalgamation and regionalization and all the other things which have been such detrimental to communities really embracing each other.
There's probably going to be more benefits as far as developing a community plan than maybe we can realize right now.
I think it'll have an extremely positive effect on quality of life.
I know when I first came to Saskatchewan, I didn't want to come to Saskatchewan. But now that I'm here and up in this area, I don't want to leave. It's the best province in the country.
We know that we're dealing with China, India, Asia. We know we're dealing with the world. And if we're going to deal with the world, you really do have to step up to the plate in relationship to how you do your planning and how you position yourself to be a player in a province which is about to take off.
The growth in this community economically, jobs, tourism, people coming in, will definitely make it better for my son in the future.
At the end of the day, this is about the children's, our children's, and their children's, and the next generation of children's future. And why we're doing this is to have a better life, to have a better community, and the ability to be able to sit down and at the end of the day and say, this is how this area is going to look like in the next 20, 40 years, 50 years, is absolutely phenomenal.
I think the biggest part of the legacy on this one is going to be actually the cooperation that's came out of it.
I think the legacy is going to be a simple statement. They worked together.